Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's me, Adam, and you're watching Unlimited Options Investing. Happy New Year, and in this video, we're gonna keep it really simple. My favorite ETFs for 2022. The ETFs I'm gonna be talking about are gonna be full of blue chip companies, so we'll go through that and I'll give you guys my opinions. If this is your first time stumbling upon the channel, welcome aboard and hit that subscribe button. Here at Unlimited Options Investing, we talk everything from stocks, crypto, options, ETFs, and we're investing for the long term. As always, smash that like button and let's get started. So the first one being the Vanguard Growth Index ETF, ticker symbol VUG. And when we take a look at that one, it has an expense ratio of 0.04%. So every $10,000 invested, you're paying $4 in fees. I believe it's one of the biggest funds in terms of total net assets at $183.9 billion. And the 50 largest holdings are 50% of the entire ETF. And for this one, we have the highest quality names for a long-term growth investor. So you have Apple, Microsoft, both at about 11%, Amazon at 6.44%, Tesla at 3.91%, Alphabet under Google and Goog 3.64% and 3.31%, Nvidia at 3.31%, Facebook or Meta Platforms at 3.3%, Home Depot, Adobe, Visa, MasterCard, Netflix, Walt Disney, etc., etc. So you're mostly looking at technology names and consumer discretionary. And over the long term, you're looking at the most recognizable brands in the entire world. Looking at the all-time chart, this one has grown with the indices as a whole, and especially looking year to date, it's just been a buy the dip opportunity. Right now, with a little bit more volatility, trading anywhere from 305, 300, all the way up to about 325, near where we are right now. All right, and the next one being the Vanguard Mega Cap ETF, MGC. This one with an expense ratio of 0.07%. So every $10,000 invested, you're paying $7 in fees. Scrolling down, you see total net assets here is only $4.5 billion. And the top 10 holdings for this one only accounting for 36.2%. You're looking at similar names, so Apple, Microsoft, making up less of the fund, about 7.5%. Amazon, 4.5%. Tesla, 2.75%. Google, Goog, 2.3%, 2.5%. Nvidia, 2.3%. But now you also have value names in Berkshire, JP Morgan Chase, United Health Group, J&J, Procter & Gamble, again, the highest quality blue chip names. Whereas with VUG, even though you're also looking at large caps, you're also looking at mainly growth companies, this one is a blend of both value and growth companies. Because there's also an ETF, MGV, which stands for value, which is a large cap of value companies. And that one, the top holdings are Berkshire, JPM, United Health Group. These value companies over here that you're seeing make up the top holdings of MGV. However, my favorite value ETF is Vanguard's Dividend Appreciation ETF, VIG, the expense ratio of 0.06%. So every $10,000 invested, you're paying $6 in fees. Total net assets of $77.4 billion, and the top 10 holdings making up 30.5% of the entire fund. In top holdings, you're looking at Microsoft at 5%, Home Depot at 3.57%, JP Morgan Chase 3.55%, United Health Group at 3.52%, Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble, Visa, Costco, the list goes on. Nothing too complicated with this one. It's also had a very good 2021, just grinding up higher, every opportunity being a buy the dip opportunity. So a lot of high quality names that are appreciating in equity, but also appreciating their dividend year over year. And the last couple of surprise ETFs, we have the iShares Biotechnology ETF, IBB, and the iShares Genomics Immunology and Healthcare ETF, IDNA. Both having expense ratios of 0.45% and 0.47%, so definitely higher than the Vanguard index funds. But these ETFs have been beaten down for 2021. Well, I shouldn't be saying beaten down, but they have traded sideways. Ignore over here where it says iShares Dow Jones US Aerospace, that's wrong. It's the iShares Biotechnology ETF. And with IDNA, this one also down on the year, 4.35%. IDNA being a little bit similar to ARCG, the ARC Genomics Fund. If we actually take a look at the holdings of that one, we have names like Intelia, Blueprint, and I actually don't even know the rest of these companies. Whereas with IBB, the top holdings for that one, they're a little bit more well-known companies, such as Amgen, Gilead, Moderna, Regeneron, Vertex, Illumina. So IBB probably being a little bit less risky than IDNA. And by risky, I mean volatility in the short and long term. And the thought out there is that this sector has been depressed for the better part of the past year. and that sooner or later it's going to start breaking out and start actually outperforming. And I have absolutely zero idea whatsoever which biotechnologies to invest in. So for me personally, it's way too risky for me to be picking one company or another. I have no idea which ones are going to succeed and which ones aren't going to. So I'd much rather invest in an ETF, IBB, IDNA, or even potentially even ARKG. Alright, and that's the end of my video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, I really appreciate every viewer I get, for every watch time, all that, every subscriber. So let me know in the comments below, do you like any of the ETFs that I mentioned in this video? As always, subscribe and like, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.